You clicked on this video because you're like, you know what? I want to be a content creator, but I also want to serve Jesus Christ. But how can I do both? Well, I'm going to share with you a few tips on how you can be a content creator, how you can live in this world, but not do worldly things or wicked things. So yes, you can balance being a content creator and Jesus Christ. Let's get into the video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Just Renee, everything entrepreneurship and faith. And today I want to talk about being a content creator, but also serving God, the one and only God, y'all, Jehovah Jireh, Jesus Christ. Let's talk about it. But before we get into it, if this is your first time on my channel, please make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you comment on the topic and what you think. So I write down, all of my content ideas and topics and, titles on what I want to talk about. So something that crossed my mind was like, you know what? You have temptation, you have comparing yourself to other people and contradicting, your current status in life. So you'll be unappreciative. God has given you the blessings that you have, but when you're on social media, when you're looking on TikTok and scrolling on Instagram and things like that, you get caught up in what you don't have versus appreciating and thanking God for what you do have. So something that popped in my head was like, how can I be in a space that a lot of wickedness comes out of? How can I be in that space and thrive? And something that came to my mind was like, you know what? You can serve me anywhere. I'm everywhere. So why would you limit what you can do, and why would you limit your capacity based on the ways of the world? So I was like, okay, God, I hear you talking. Something that helps me is staying in the Word. So you can be on these platforms and things, but you have to be very vigilant on the type of content you are allowing into your mind, into your atmosphere, into your environment. Because if you're just on these platforms scrolling and looking at a whole bunch of foolery, a whole bunch of violence, a whole bunch of just wickedness and sinful things, then subconsciously you're going to be more prone to doing the same things. For example, if you're on Instagram, right, and you follow city girls and Beyonce, Cardi B, I don't know, whoever, Future, The Shade Room, if you are following all of this content, then that becomes an idol. That becomes a god. Subconsciously, you may not even recognize it. But for example, if you're listening to Cardi B or city girls, music in the car, at the gym, you'll start to notice your behavior changes. If you're watching Housewives and Black Ink Crew and all this stuff, you'll notice that your mannerisms start to change. So once you start replacing that content with godly stuff, sermons, quotes that are faith-based, Christian-based, when you start listening to gospel music, when you start just digesting more of godliness in the world than the world trying to replicate who God is, then you'll notice that, you know what? I can move in these spaces comfortably. I don't have to hide who I am. I'm not the only person on these platforms creating this type of content. I can talk about Jesus and not feel like I'm being ostracized. Then you'll also notice that your behavior, your mannerisms will also change and reflect the things that you are digesting. If you're in the Word and you're reading your Bible daily, if you are meditating on His Word and not meditating on, chakras and those boards, psychic readings and stuff like that, you do not want to open up doors that were let open by you unknowingly or knowingly off of a social media post. If you're in a relationship and you just scrolling, looking at, that's going to put thoughts in your mind that should not be there. And they weren't there prior to you digesting that type of material. So I want to encourage you, if you are a content creator or you're looking to get into that space, pray about it, Ask God to direct your path in every step, because there will come times where you may be tired. You may be like, man, I don't want to talk about God, or I have this brand deal and it conflicts with my faith talks or whatever. If those times come up, it's an easy pass. It's an easy no. Like, you're not gonna even want to compromise yourself for the things of the world, because in your heart, in your body, in your spirit, in your mind, who you belong to. So there's no need to compromise. There's no need to conform to something or someone that is not of God. Like, it becomes a no-brainer at that point. Create your content, be your authentic self, but do not forget where it all comes from. Do not forget your mission. Do not forget your calling. Don't get caught up in subscribers and money, because none of that stuff can go with you when your time here on this earth is gone. Focus on what God has told you to focus on. Do what He's asked of you. Be obedient to that. And your journey in content creating will be so much more easier, because you know that what you're doing is the right thing, and that you're not letting the ways of other people, other influences of the world, of wickedness, of sin, because it's so much, it's like running rampant. You won't let those things taint who you are and the type of content that you are creating. You will not see me creating content, so hopping on the latest trends of booty shaking and all of that. No, I'm always going to remain myself, because I know who I belong to, and so do you. So I want to encourage you to start your YouTube channel, get on TikTok and Instagram, be on Facebook, but do not let it consume you. And while you are on these platforms, be mindful of what you are exposing yourself to. And that also goes for your children and people that are in close proximity to you. You have to control it. Do not allow it to control you. If you found this video at all interesting, or the topic, please give a comment below, because I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you on the next video, and thank you so much for supporting my channel.